Hey, good afternoon, peace and blessings. I'm gonna continue on. My content is usually about, spiritual warfare. I just want to talk about being equally yoked, with people of God, with lovers of Yahweh, lovers of Christ, Yeshua. You have to realize these are the end times. And if, it's your God-given right to believe whatever you want to believe, to serve whoever you want to serve, any religion. It's free will. It's the literal, point of free will. It's your God-given right to go to whatever place of worship and gathering that you go to, but you have to make sure that they're preaching the right message. If the place of worship, that you go to is representing Christ, and they say they represent Christ, and they are not preaching that these are the end of times, that is not a place to be equally yoked to, and it is your choice to do so, as a grown person, as a human being who has free will, it's your choice, but you have to realize that, these are end times, and if the place of gathering that you are going to is not specifically and rapidly and preaching,
a lot of people in my life
end
hid
of
it
times,
for a while.
in repetition,
Who they were. Mentally, they
did
a good job of hiding
and making it an issue.
But once you show who you are,
and
to me, I'm going to
daily pick up your cross,
and I'm going to go from there. I'm going to cut you out my life. So it's not a position of you hating anybody for the things they've done. They just had a good way of hiding it for a while. And then when they showed up to me, I removed
these
them
are
from
the
my
end
life.
times.
And it's
People
simple
are
as
lovers
that.
themselves.
Because this life is
they're
business.
blasphemers
This is
of God.
chess. This is
There's
not
a
a
lot of
game.
stuff.
This
You
is
know,
the
the mark of the
business of
beast is
souls. And you're either going to go to heaven.
It's on the news.
Or you're going to go to hell. And I want to go to heaven. I'm
maybe
going
in
to
2020.
heaven. I'm going to heaven.
When
I'd rather die
over, to demonic,
than to fit in with the crowd,
and
than to
possession.
open my door, how they call it,
the
be
mark of
Baphomet,
times.
the
world thought it was gonna be,
have a bunch of
demon
harlots,
world, and
Jezebels.
this is all it was gonna be.
Come on,
stuff like
until,
that,
it's common sense.
God came to get us.
And heaven seems so much better than living a mediocre life.
We still
go to
have
hell.
time.
It just seems so much better. A lot
To
of
me
people
personally,
and if that's not how you feel,
but
then
they
that's
just don't
okay.
understand
You are a human. It's your
that we're in
God-given
end
right to
times.
do
We're still
whatever
asleep
with your
spiritually.
soul that you want to do.
People like myself, the light of this world,
But I seek
chosen
to
ones,
bring people closer to
it is
God.
our job, it's our duty.
I seek to
It
enlighten
is our
people
livelihood
spiritually and to bring them
preach the
closer to
message of
Yahweh on this
Yahweh.
narrow path that we walk and that I walk right
And
now.
You have to
and
realize
that I take
these are the
serious.
end times. Everybody is
The
for
Matrix is
themselves.
throwing a lot at me.
Everybody
But I'm
is
very
lovers of social
very
media.
resilient.
Everybody
because I'm very
curses
smart
God.
and through the grace of Yah. And it's
Children
not
hate
me.
their
It's through the grace
parents.
of Yah that I can just understand
Neighbors
that
hate
things
neighbors.
people do
These
is
are
not
the
because of
end
you.
times.
I understood that at a young age. Things people do
And if
is
your
not because of
neighbor,
who you are. It's
your
because of
school,
who they are.
Whatever it may be.
Literally,
your
I don't
social
think people can
circle
understand that, can comprehend
not
that.
understand
The
that.
things people do is not because
not
of who
moving
you are. It's
in the
because of
way
who
that
they
they
are
understand
spiritually.
it.
It is because the heart and spirit
you are not
and
equally
brain
yoked
they
with the love of
contain
God.
in their vessel.
And it's just the truth.
Which is most likely foolish and
There are only two
sometimes
kingdoms.
evil. But I
The
haven't really
kingdom
ran
of
into any
light
evil people, just a lot of
in
foolish.
the kingdom of darkness.
A lot of reprobated minds who love their
You
folly.
have to have the spiritual discernment to
You know,
realize which
and
one
you have to
are
realize
under.
you have to cloak yourself in
one
the
you
armor
are
of God.
following.
You have to become a prayer warrior.
The devil
can't stress this
attacks
enough.
very prevalently, very relentlessly, seeks to devour your soul because the devil hates humans. He is jealous of us because we are God's love. We are God's creation. You have to realize it. Hell is no fun place. The kingdom of darkness is not doing you a favor by
You
giving
cannot
you a
do no
ticket to
witchcraft
damnation.
no true
That is
lovers of
not
God,
something I
because
want to be
angels
part of, and I never
surround them.
will.
People
you
wouldn't
have to
even know
realize
that. And that's a
Satan
fact.
is not doing you a
So
favor by
it doesn't even matter.
taking your soul.
And the only witchcraft
that
that
is your
holds true
God-given
is the
right.
psychological witchcraft.
Humans
that people
don't even
do,
realize
which is manipulation.
that we have authority over demons.
Magic does not exist. Witchcraft
we follow
does not
God,
exist. Witches and warlocks are just
specifically
like that,
how he
alone,
lays it
they
out
have
for
no
us
power.
through the Bible.
How
Jesus
magic does not exist.
explained it
Jesus
to us
died
through
on a
parables,
cross generations ago. And
stories,
nullified it. People
through
are
lessons.
living foolish Disneyland.
It's as simple as that.
Lives, spiritually.
Resist the devil and he shall
they
flee.
believe everything that they hear
It
from
is the
somebody
truth.
else who doesn't
And
know
anyone
nothing
truly chosen,
spiritually.
or
And
the
their
true
parents
lover of God
who just went to
understands it.
church, just
You
to
have dominion
be
over
socially
demons.
accepted. That is not the
You
right
cannot
way.
be harmed
So in this life,
there's nothing
it's black and white. There's no gray area with God and the devil.
Everything
you're either gonna become the good full circle, and realize when you cloak yourself, I effed up. Let me get right with God and go up there.
I was once.
Or you're gonna become like the bad thief.
and
curse God, curse Jesus. Block your only chance to get to heaven. Curse chosen ones. As well, who actually, spend their whole livelihoods and purpose, trying to, enlighten people to actually help them, in their community.
And slowly and
curse everybody in
the devil has been fleeing from my life.
Curse the people that
the devil will never flee from your life 100% because the devil was of this world. The devil was the ruler of this world.
Brethren.
But he can flee from control.
Curse yourself
over your soul,
live in
over
sin,
your mind, over your spirit,
and go to damnation.
Over your future.
You have to choose.
Over your ticket to
chosen,
heaven.
We are not here to
resist the devil. He should flee. But you have to make sure that
as
you're
a demonic
energy
battery.
How
Yahweh,
foolish women,
and Yeshua,
who hate
God and want to mock God, and especially not no men. That is out the question. Off rip.
Man is
but
flesh.
No,
we
that
wrestle
is not my
with
purpose.
the spirit, not of the flesh.
I'm a fisher of men.
Man has seek to,
like Jesus said, I'm a
devour
fisher of men.
the Bible and regurgitate it
I seek to bring
something man-made.
Give you the keys to your salvation,
and you have to realize,
and I will leave
which
one behind. Who
the
is like
King
the bad
James
thief,
Version
Bible
is the most accurate
Bible
life on the earth.
You must be eradicated.
That you can read from is the sword.
Your soul. That's your God-given
sword
as a human free will.
It is the most pivotal
blessing
piece of your spiritual armor, the Bible.
You cannot do no witchcraft with no true lovers of God because angels surround them.
Biblical
people wouldn't even know
instructions
that.
before leaving earth.
So it doesn't even matter.
If you are not equally
witchcraft
yoked
that holds
with people who
is
are actually
psychological
lovers of
witchcraft
God,
that people do,
then you are
which
equally
is
yoked
manipulation
with people's.
But magic does not exist.
Who are
Witchcraft
the
does not
darkness.
exist. Witches and
It is
warlocks
simple
are
as that.
just
It's
that
very
in
black
name
and white.
alone.
There's no
They have
gray
no
area.
power. Magic does not exist. Jesus
Christ,
generations ago. And
he cursed the Pharisees.
People are living
you
foolish
vile snakes.
Disneyland.
He said, "Do not cast your pearls with the swine."
Spiritually. They believe everything
Yes, you can
that they hear from somebody else who doesn't
you
know
should not
nothing
hate a man,
spiritually.
your neighbor,
or their parents,
but you cannot
who
cast
just
your
went to
pearls with
church,
swine, which
just
means
to
when it comes to
be
your
socially
religious
accepted.
beliefs,
That
your
is not the
connection
right
to
way.
God, it has to be.
So in this life, it's
number
black
one
and
in your
white. There's no
life,
gray area
more
with
than
God and
people's
the devil.
opinions,
You're either gonna
more
become
than
the
your
good
family's
thief,
opinion,
and
more than how
realize
your clothes look.
man, I effed up. Let me get
More
right
than
with God
food you
and go
even
up
eat.
there,
Because
or you're gonna
God
become like
says
the
in the
bad
Bible,
thief.
if you were hungry, I should
curse
feed
God,
you.
curse Jesus. Block your only chance to get to heaven.
This
Curse
narrow
chosen
path
ones
with
as
God,
well, who
with
actually
Yahweh.
spend their
Everything
whole
you need
life
should be given to you.
and purpose, trying to enlighten.
It might not
people to
look
actually
pretty
help
all the
them.
time.
In
Which
their
people seek to
community.
love and
Curse
glamorize,
everybody
everything,
in a cycle.
heavily,
curse,
special,
people
and
that,
everybody
are
wants to
under
be
demonic
special, and
strongholds
everybody
with
wants,
your so-called friends,
everything fast and quick, and all this
brethren.
nonsense.
Curse yourself.
But Jesus didn't own a horse.
Live in sin.
Jesus didn't have a house
and go to damnation. You have to choose.
He walked this earth.
As chosen, we are not here to
he preached.
Choose for you.
He healed the
I'm
sick.
not here as a demonic energy battery.
He cast demons out of
foolish
people.
women. Who hate God,
he got on that cross,
and want to mock God, and especially not no men. That is out the question. Off rip. But no, that is not my
wasn't
purpose.
Glamorous.
I'm a fisher
it was all
of
business.
Men. Pause.
This is the business of
like
souls.
Jesus said. I'm a fisher of men. Pause.
You either in it,
for the kingdom of
darkness,
bring people to heaven and give you the keys
light
to your salvation. But I will not force nobody. And I will
I can't stress this enough. You have to cloak yourself like the God. You have to pray for the gift of discernment
and the
gift
tree
of
of
wisdom.
life. And you must be
We wrestle
be eradicated
with the spirit.
That's
not
what you
so
choose to do with your soul. That's your
These are the
God-given
end times.
right as a human.
You're not dealing with
will.
people's fleshly
and peace and blessings.
Negative energy. It's demonic energy. It's spiritual. This world is a matrix. This world is under a spell from the devil, from high-ranking demons. You have to realize, you have to see it. And once you pray for the gift of discernment and God blesses you with it, you understand what I'm saying. Anyone who's truly chosen understands what I'm saying because they said it before me. They laid the blueprint for me to understand. And God before them. So pray for the gift of discernment. cloak yourself with the armor of God, and you shall gain access to heaven. You will no longer be asleep. And peace and blessings.